So, I'm Kentucky Kid, aka Robert Hill. Police broke stoplight and nearly kill me. Mash up me car and me body and me kidney. If I never TV cheer, them charge me like Ratney. I be corruption, I go on in the country. Police broke stoplight and nearly kill me. Mash up me car and me body and me kidney. If I never TV cheer, them charge me like Ratney. Yeah, check it out.
Welcome back to the Jamaica Uncovered channel, my viewers and subscribers. Thanks for all the recent subscribers. So today we're gonna have a look at some videos involving corrupt police officers. The Robert Hill, otherwise known as Kentucky Kid, it was a famous case in 2009. I am going to show you the videos. Give your feedback. Let us know what your opinion on this incident. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this video.
Right now, at this present moment, what I really want to say is that is be corruption, thief, and liar police at Spanish Town Police Station. And I can't believe it's in every police station in Jamaica right now when I realize. Because the investigation officer, Mr. Garden, and the driver of the police car, the police car, Sergeant Beckford, know that I'm not the cause of the accident that take place on July 11th and Spanish Town bypass at the Dumbo Holding stoplight. The accident I was in, my car was stationary at the stoplight when the police car broke the stoplight. That police wasn't conscious at the time. Driving so fast, seems to me you were intoxicated. Come and hit 3 cars and nearly kill me. Then them seize my car, never take me to doctor, and look how near the hospital is beside the police station. They refuse to take a statement from me same time. I went back to the station on Saturday to take pictures with my car and the police car so I could show my insurance the impact. The superintendent there said I can't take any pictures with the police car. So they asked me to leave the station and said I could only take picture with my car. On Sunday, July the 12th, when I went back to give a statement, I was harassed, jailed, and pushed out of the station by a next police officer, the station guard. Say why didn't I insist to give the statement on the night of the accident. On the night of the accident, the investigation didn't want to take my statement. I tell him 1 million times what happened, he didn't write it. He said I must come back on Monday. On Monday, when I call and ask how could I get my car, when I didn't know that they were trying to frame me, because they said when a car hit with a police car in an accident, that car is supposed to be examined. But there were 3 cars that hit by the police car and they tried to examine my car only. I did not know my rights at that time, that the only way your car is supposed to be examined is if your car were moving at the time. So that is the first corruption the police bring across to me. On the Monday when I called for my car, they said my car got to be examined by the examiner. But the examiner come to examine the car, but he left his book. And have me in the police station from 1 to 4 o'clock in the morning, still never take my statement. The investigation officer harassing me, dramatizing me, and telling me it's not possible for the police to mash up my car like that, and the police driver should be charged for careless and reckless driving. And they were drunk. No sober person could have do that what he has done. I know I can't get any justice. All my car is going to fix, all my health is going to take care of. And then all the police are boasting that government car do not insure and is the worst vehicle to crash with. Is this justice? And what the government is taking poor people tax money to pay police for? To kill, rape, frame innocent people, and nothing comes out of it? Well, now I'm sitting here making this speech for the whole world to understand what I'm going through. After I realized what the investigation officer is doing, he fabricated my statement. I told him my car was the second car in the stoplight. He write my car is the first car. Everybody know that I was stationary. He write that I was going 35 miles before I reach the stoplight. Then forced me to sign that statement. I tell him I'm the second car, so why he write that I'm the first car? He told me that, oh, it don't have anything to do if you are the second car or the first car. From your stationary when you get the lick. I was stationary. Why you want to know how fast or how slow I was going before I reach the stoplight? Well, on July the 29th, I was at my apartment outside when 2 carloads of police drive in. I was smoking a cigarette and one police jump off by and run down on me. Said, boy, drop the cigarette, boy. Pointing his gun at me, running down to me. Same time an ex-police run and put his hand in my pocket. Other police, I must put my hand in my head, on my head. An ex-police hold my ear and say he want to cut off my locks. Then they handcuff me. A police named Inspector Allen say he want to search my apartment. When they asked me my address, I said, you can't search my apartment, you don't have a search warrant. He said, who told me that? I said, human rights. Say you got to have a search warrant or a witness from the JP. They handcuffed me, dragged me to my house. 3 policemen that time tried to push me in my yard by myself behind closed door, wanting to kill me or frame me because they realized that the police has crashed in my car and the investigation officer fabricate my statement, and I have reported them to the public complainant, I have reported them to the public defender, I have reported them to the PPCA, I have reported them to human rights, I have reported them to the police complainant. But the police complainant is no good. You are reporting police to police, so I wouldn't get no justice there. I report them to the cleaner company, I report them to Observer, and I go back to the news media, TVJ. Right now, the best thing so far is I'm lucky that TVJ was on the scene the night of the accident. Lest the police would have charged me that night and try to tell a lie. I tell many more lies, because they are telling many more lies. After they searched my apartment, they did not find anything illegal. When they searched me, they did not find anything illegal. They still take me to Alpha Tree Police Station, say they are gonna lock me up. Inspector Allen wanna know who owned my apartment, who I'm paying rent to, what's the name of my landlord. I don't know why he asked me all these questions. Then they tried to take my fingerprint and wanna take my picture. Luckily, human rights, I got to call them on my phone and tell them that I'm in the station. My lawyer called and asked for me at the station. They say I was not in the station. I really don't know what is going on, but all I know, the police are covering up for each other and they are trying to kill me. I didn't do anything. I was driving to Ochi, approaching the Dumbo Olin and Spongeton bypass. The stoplight was on red. I stopped obeying the stoplight. Meanwhile, waiting for the stoplight to change, I saw this police car spinning and 2-wheel come and hit my car, mash up my car. I can't get no justice from no one in Jamaica. All I know, everywhere I go for justice, in the police force, there's someone there trying to kill me, or someone there trying to set me up with the police. So, I would like the whole world to check this, listen this, and know that if I'm dead or anything happened to me, it's the Jamaican police carry out that works or that order. And the person to responsible for that is Inspector Gardner from Spanish Town Police Station. And no, not Inspector Gardner, Sergeant Gardner from Spanish Town Police Station, and Inspector Allen from Harper Tree Police Station. Because it seemed to like this. Every police want to kill me because they realize that I'm right, and they are trying to cover up for their police friend.
So my viewers, this is only one of the videos that was made by Kentuckykid. He made a series of videos warning people, explaining that he is afraid that he may lose his life. In the end, can you believe that he was killed by the police and they reported that it was a shootout? I am going to play an audio from a Jamaican vlogger explaining the situation.
3 cops and 2 civilians were charged for the murder of entertainer Robert Hill, otherwise called Kentucky Kid. The charges were laid against the 5 following a ruling by a jury at the Kingston and St. Andrew Corners Court in the inquest into the death of Hill, who was shot and killed in what the police said was a shootout when they went in search of him at his Ivy Green News home on the 8th of December 2009. The cops were identified as Special Corporal Uriel Anderson, Constable Gary Thomas, and Special Constable Norval Warren, while the 2 civilians were Marvia Morgan and Donovan Brown. Before his death, Hill made several complaints to a number of bodies, including the Police Public Complaints Authority and Jamaicans for Justice, concerning incident between himself and the police, expressing fear for his life and the safety of his family. Hill had also recorded and released a number of videos on the internet detailing his allegations of abuse at the hands of the police. He also posted videos showing police officers ill-treating him and his then pregnant wife at their Kingston home. In the recordings, Hill pleaded for help and claimed that elements within the constabulary were conspiring to intimidate him in order to get him to cease pursuing complaints against the police arising from a motor vehicle accident in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on the 11th of July 2009. The coroner's inquest in the questionable death of the 37-year-old entertainer had begun on the 28th of September 2010. However, to the dismay of Hill's family, the DPP dropped the case against the murder accused, and all 5 were freed on Tuesday, the 14th of October 2014. At the time, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, told the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston that it would be impossible to mount a viable case against the accused, contending that the Crown was not in a position to contradict the policeman's account that they acted in self-defense. The DPP also stated that there were no witnesses of fact or any other material which could support a charge of murder or conspiracy to murder. She said while her office was sensitive to the sentiments of the public, the prosecution has to act in a professional manner and not be influenced by prejudice or sympathy. Presiding Judge Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick then directed the jurors to return a formal verdict of not guilty. The ruling also angered the Commissioner of the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, Terence Williams, who sent a report to Parliament rejecting Llewellyn's position and pointing out that there was no dispute over whether the three policemen were responsible for Hill's death. To which Llewellyn responded, saying that after close examination of Williams's report, it revealed misstatements and misconceptions relating to fact, law, and policy. The matter was then referred to a special joint select committee formed to review reports from parliamentary commissions, including INDICOM. The committee was formally chaired by then Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Lloyd B. Smith. It is unclear what came out of that review.
Well, nothing came out of that review, of course. No one is going to question the authority. That's just the way they are playing. Kentuckykid, he knew he was going to be killed. He warned the authority. The police was giving him a hard time after the police officer crashed into his car and tried to blame him for it. The evidence was there to show what happened. The police officers, they keep going to his home. He shows so much videos of them turning up at his door, tormenting him, abusing him and his wife, who was pregnant at the time. And with all that, he was called because someone claimed they wanted to buy the car off him. He went away and he was killed by the police. They claim it was a shootout. Now, what happened to those officers after? Even if they think that it was difficult to prove that the officers were guilty, obvious they were guilty of something. That they wanted to stop him. They didn't want the truth to be out there. They were trying everything to stop him. So why did Paul and Llewellyn step in and stop the police officers from going in front of a jury to find them guilty? She stepped in and stopped the process. I always say that lady is corrupted. That's just my views. There's too much occasions that you can see where she protects the police officers or the authorities, and that is why the Jamaica Labour Party keeping her in that position. By now, she should have gone already. But, like I said, because of corruption, they're keeping her in that position to cover for the authority. It was that man lost his life innocently. And at the end of the day, they tried to claim it was a shootout. I've seen vloggers on YouTube who work for the authority, who claim that they are exposing criminality and corruptions in Jamaica, but they work for the authority and they're trying to destroy Kentuckykid name, trying to say he was a criminal and it was a shootout. That's what a famous blogger, I don't have to call his name, I think a lot of people would know who I'm talking. That's what he's trying to say. Obviously, that guy is also working for the authority and he's trying to cover up what happened to Kentuckykid. It cannot be acceptable for something like this to happen, where you have so much evidence, so much videos to show. In the end, he was killed like he said he was going to be killed. And no one was held accountable. How could that be right? This is not like in the 60s on his CCTV camera system that he used. And the DPP stepped in and completely stand in the way of justice. Anyway, give your feedback. Let me know what you think of this whole case. And share
and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then.